Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Action Reaction. Please hit the like button, please share this video with your friends, and please do take some time to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification for more awesome content. Today we are going to review yet another figure for Todd McFarlane's Batman. But this is not the gold label version, this is the regular version that is available right now at a store near you or on the various vendor platforms out there. Please do check the description for all the relevant links out there. So again, I just reviewed this figure and I just was walking into Target, and what are the chances that you just stumble upon this figure? This is not supposed to be ready for us at least till April. This is what I would call the blue variant of Todd McFarlane's Batman. So this review is not going to be like all the other reviews. This is, I believe, the same exact figure, the same exact sculpt, the same exact mold, the same exact articulations that we had. This probably just has, sort of a blue coloring to his gloves, boots, and his cowl and his cape. Other than that, with just, some variations on the accessories that are provided. I'm not going to review this figure on its box, on its articulation, on its posing capabilities, but only two other items that I'm going to review this figure on. That would be the design, which will include its accessories, as well as the availability of this particular figure. The old scores still remain true to this figure. So without any further ado, let's get our buddy boy Dean to open this guy. So as I was saying, the exact same figure, the exact same card, the exact same sweet stand that goes with the figure. So I'll just show you this, but let's not waste time on this. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of its packaging. Now let's look at the action figure. Now this is that exact same version that we received in the McFarlane's gold label Batman figure. This is the same exact figure with the exception of few accessories. So before we go to that, I want to just show you this action figure as closely as possible. Okay, so I'll do my routine of just turning it around so you can quickly observe what you are getting as part of this particular action figure. So just rolling it around, have a look at those minute details, those extreme detailings that he has put in. This cape, this is something that I am just in love with this cape. This is that excellent, that good. So this was the figure. So again, on face value, there is nothing absolutely different from that particular figure, except that this doesn't want to stand. But again, probably, yeah, I will blame the surface on which this guy is standing. Now let's have a look at the accessories up close. Now for the gold label version, what we had was a golden dagger. But for this figure, what we have is sort of a complete sword. This is again a dagger. This is not as big as a sword, but a complete dagger. Now I'll just remove this particular figure so that you can see in detail, this particular dagger. So if there is enough light on it, you can see this has been detailed very well. This particular dagger has all the edges at the right places, which makes it extreme. And if you look, probably this gives you a sort of silhouette of the Batman's symbol, right? You have the cape, you have the cowl, you have the pointers, and this sort of waves in to a Batman symbol. So that is a very good design. And we have some spikes on the handle, and if you see the edge of this particular sword, that has sort of a silver finish to give it that authentic feeling. Here is it. So this is an excellent sword. Other than that, this figure, it comes with a Batarang. This is a golden Batarang. Now this is not like your regular Batarang, a bit of a different shape because it is missing the cowl. But again, very decent effort. If you can see, there is a bit of detailing, but just a piece of plastic is what I'll say. Not something that I'm really fond of as compared to the dagger or the sword. I'll say as compared to the dagger. But yeah, McFarlane Toys is trying to mix it up, so they want to probably give you an incentive to buy this figure. So this probably is part of that incentive. Now since we are comparing this figure with the actual gold label series figure, why not have both the figures together? So here are both the figures side by side. They are effectively the same sculpt, the same figure, absolutely no change. You can see at their head, they are exactly the same. You can see those small, you can see those small sculpts that they have put on his head, that grin. It's exactly the same. You can look at the logo, both of them extending to its cowl. Apart from what I had mentioned was the USP, that was sort of a turn on his cowl, which gives sort of a Batmanish, a bat-like silhouette to this particular figure. Again, going back, look at both the gauntlets. They are exactly the same, just blue in color, gray in color. I'll just turn this around. Compared to the symbol, it has the same symbol that is available on both the figure, and then the accessories match exactly point to point. Everything is the same type of boot. So the only difference that we have as compared to both this figure is, of course, the color. If you can see, I think the light is not doing it a justice, but if you can see, the figure on your right is having blue color as its primary color when it comes to capes, gloves, boots, cowl, as opposed to this figure, which has a version of grey for his capes, cowl, gloves, shoes, everything, including the accessories that go ahead. And then the major accessories, wherein we have a golden sword for this particular figure, or a golden dagger for this figure, as opposed to again a bluish dagger of a different design for this. And we had a headgear for this particular figure as opposed to a batarang for this figure. So again, on your left is the McFarlane's Batman gold label. On your right is McFarlane's Batman regular release of that particular figure. Now just comparing these daggers side by side, since we are doing a comparison, here are they side by side. So yes, this design is good, but I prefer this one over the golden one. So this accessory wins this particular figure 1 point. Going back, the only other accessory that we have is the headgear going up against the batarang. I do not like this batarang. For some reason, I do not find this batarang. This is too golden. He's Batman. I don't need a golden batarang. A blue or a black would have more given this batarang authenticity, but that's not the case. It's a golden thing. I don't like it. The headgear, on the other hand, pretty much what a tactical Batman would need, as opposed to a batarang. So this one earns this particular figure a point. So one-on-one it's tied. Now the only difference is which color helps. Now again, everybody will have their own opinion on this. I'm just trying to present my opinion. I like the gray better than the blue. Of course, the blue shines, but when I think of Batman, he's the caped crusader, darkness is his element. I do not want that distracting with a blue. Even though if you go to the golden age or silver age of Batman, blue was the color of his cape and cowl. But more recent, I'm more used to seeing my Batman in shades of black. So gray works for me. So in terms of design, both are evenly matched. I had given this figure a 3 in terms of design. This I am going to scale back a bit. The figure and everything is fine. So it's just the accessories that make or break this particular figure. So I'm just going to go 2.75 on this particularly. And I was even okay if there was no this, but this sort of puts me off. But other than that, regular figure. Now, if you again want to look at all the points or a detailed articulation of this figure, go back to my video for the Todd McFarlane's gold label Batman, and I talk in detail about this particular figure, which in terms would reflect on this figure. And the link for this video is up there somewhere. Now with that taken into consideration, we only have one important aspect, that is the availability. Now gold label Batman, that was a Walmart exclusive, so it was available on Walmart website for quite some time. I wouldn't say that it just showed up and it was suddenly out of stock, due to which I had given that in terms of availability sort of a 1.5, because at this moment this figure is not available on Walmart. Whatever rare Walmarts I had the chance of visiting, I never saw this figure. I have never seen a figure or I have never seen a photo on Instagram or anywhere wherein people were getting this figure, in store. So I had scaled it to 1.5, but this guy is a completely different case. This guy is currently available, and again, this guy was supposed to come out in April, but just one day, walking out to a Target, I saw him in stock. He was there on the peg right there. Only one figure agreed, but I'm assuming there should have been some other stocks that would have sold out before I came in. So I got him pretty much before in a Target. So that was surprising for me. And I have seen photos of people who have got them in Target also. They were sitting on the peg. So in terms of availability, I don't think so this figure will have any problems with availability. probably this would be distributed well. And also, it's just not your brick and mortar stores. It is still available in our normal websites. So go to Dockside, go to Entertainment Earth, go to Target.com, go to Walmart.com, go to Amazon. It's available everywhere. So I think in terms of availability, I do not want to scale this figure anything. This is a complete 2 in terms of availability. So if we talk about, grading, for Batman Gold Label, I had given a good rating of 8 out of 10. And this guy would just niche it a bit by 8.25. So in terms of rating, this one is better. But in my personal opinion, just because availability screwed that figure a bit up, but still I'm more fan of that particular Gold Label Batman. So here he is. I'm just trying to put him out in some poses. Now let's see how he does. Yeah, he does pretty well. And this is what I like. This cape, it's so soft. I mean, it's the same feature on both the figure. I'm able to very easily, put him in that particular pose. And yes, in terms of posing, there are some problems with this figure, but some basic poses, it pulls out wonderfully. Yeah. So I think that was my review of this figure. Do visit the original review, and then this would sort of be like a companion to that particular review, wherein I'm just sort of giving you or pointing out the differences between these two figures. So give that video also a look, and then probably you will understand the context of this particular video, because this is exactly the same figure. And if you did not get a chance, again a reminder, if you did not get a chance to buy the Gold Label one, go ahead and buy this one out, because this is a Batman that needs to be in your collection. So with that, I'm going to close this video. Thank you for being part of this video. Again, I'll remind you to please like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until we meet each other again, Batman rocks. See you soon. Bye and thank you.